This Good Morning Northwest morning sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
The time right now is 6:53, and it's time to get you ready to take on your Wednesday in the morning sprint.
Spokane Public Schools will discuss when a new bond and levy will appear on ballots. Allison Martinez live ahead of tonight's big school board meeting.
Sydney Charles is breaking down the latest testimony in Donald Trump's hush money trial.
But first, temps in the 80s on the horizon. Let's get right to Mark tracking a warming trend in the forecast.
Drying trend as well. So we take a look at the forecast, and really it's North Idaho getting some scattered showers yet today. Moving out tonight, everybody dries out for tomorrow. The sun's out. It's going to be gorgeous. Bear in mind that temperatures right now are cool but not cold. We're into the low to mid 40s throughout much of the area. Our high today is going to be 65 degrees with sun and maybe a little additional cloud cover.
We have seen devastation in our own communities caused by power lines sparking wildfires. That's why Avista is taking preventative measures now to reduce the risk of another destructive wildfire happening in our community. The Gray Fire in Medical Lake sparked from an arcing wire on an inland power light, and the 2020 Babb Road fire in Malden ignited when a diseased tree fell onto an Avista power line. To reduce the risk of wildfire, Avista will implement public safety power shutoffs. Avista says it will communicate with customers before, during, and after any power safety shutoff.
The Spokane County Board of Commissioners has approved a $7.2 million plan to help fight the opioid crisis. Now, most of that money will go towards expanding the current Spokane Regional Crisis Stabilization Center to provide more crisis care, withdrawal and detox care and other services. A little more than $1 million will go towards direct treatment services to improve access to behavioral health services, care, and other treatments. The money to pay for these services is coming from a settlement against pharmaceutical companies for the part they've played in the crisis.
The Spokane Police will ramp up enforcement of city parks rules. Police say crimes like trespassing and vandalism is up in city parks. Last summer, City Council passed an ordinance making it a misdemeanor for people to be in a city park overnight. That law also applies to parking lots, green spaces, rivers, and trails. We have a link to a complete list of park rules in this story on KXLY.com.
Later today, the Spokane Public School Board will meet inside of this building here to decide whether a bond and a levy should reappear on ballots this year or a little bit later down the line. They'll also discuss what these measures will look like on the ballots. This special meeting is scheduled for today at 4:30 p.m. and it's open to the public. For more, you can go to KXLY.com.
Details on former President Donald Trump's hush money trial. Adult film star Stormy Daniels coming face to face with the former president for the first time since their alleged encounter more than a decade ago. Yesterday, Daniels testified that they met at a celebrity golf outing in California back in 2006 when she was 27 and Trump was 60. She shared he invited her to dinner and to his hotel suite, and despite being interrupted by Trump's lawyer multiple times, Daniels later testified in graphic detail about having sex with Trump. Trump's lawyer calling for a mistrial, but the judge denied that request. Daniels' testimony continues tomorrow.
Former President Donald Trump has one less legal concern to deal with. The classified documents trial in Florida is postponed indefinitely. The judge says there are significant issues linked to classified evidence that need to be cleared up before the federal criminal case can be presented to a jury.
The Idaho primary is May 21st, but voters don't have to wait until then to cast their ballots for U.S. representatives, sheriffs, commissioners, and more. Depending on which county you live in, you can either vote early or with an absentee ballot. You can find a link that breaks it all down inside this story on KXLY.com/forthepeople.
Spokane's construction season is now in full swing, and one of the latest projects is happening on Cheney Spokane Road. Spokane City crews are working to improve water transmission capacity. Once it's finished, the Latah Valley area will have more capacity for its water and sewer mains. With more growth anticipated in the area, this project will give it better wildfire protection. Construction is expected to wrap up sometime in October or November.
The state of Washington will spend $21 million to expand broadband internet coverage in rural areas. That includes 3 towns in South Spokane County. Spangle, Waverly, and Fairfield will get $2 million worth of work. The Spokane Regional Broadband Development Authority will construct around 21 miles of fiber to 500 underserved homes, businesses, and farms.
Well, coming up next on Good Morning America, the damage left in Oklahoma and the tornadoes that wrecked a FedEx building in Michigan. Ginger Z is tracking where the system is taking shape next. Mark will have a look at our forecast after this.